Still more criticism of Alabama's decision to close dozens of driver's license offices across the state and the impact it could have on voting rights.
The Washington Post released a story late this afternoon that suggests the move will impede minorities from voting due to the state's voter ID law and the fact that most of the soon-to-close driver's license offices are in mostly poor, rural, and black counties. An Alabama congresswoman is also joining the fray, asking the U.S. Attorney General to investigate. Alabama Congresswoman Terry Sewell is the latest critic of the state's decision to close several driver's license offices in mostly rural, poor, and black counties. In an op-ed piece for the Birmingham News, Sewell said, quote, 50 years after the enactment of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, we continue to witness renewed assaults on the sacred right to vote. Since Alabama has a voter ID law, Sewell and others argue closing driver's license offices becomes a hindrance to voting. But election officials point out there are almost a dozen other acceptable forms of photo ID that can be used at the polls, including those issued by
the federal government,
any state agency,
Indian tribe,
military,
a private or public university or college.
Mobile probate judge Don Davis and Baldwin County Registrar Albert Lipscomb point out that a free state voter ID card is available at the Board of Registrar's office in all 67 Alabama counties. None of those offices have closed. This is video of people getting those cards in Mobile County prior to last year's election. But Sewell says her constituents have complained that the offices are open at inconvenient times and aren't readily accessible. She says, quote, state officials are disingenuous in suggesting that alternative options exist to get a photo ID. We checked today, however, at 7 Board of Registrar's offices in southwest Alabama counties that no longer have a driver's license office. And we found that they were open 42.5 hours a week in Washington, Lowndes, and Crenshaw counties, 40 hours a week in Conecuh, Choctaw, and Wilcox counties, and 36 hours a week in Butler County.
and that's available for anyone upon request. We don't put restrictions on it except by law. It says one purpose, and that's voting.
And Mobile's probate judge says there is a fail-safe that allows any person without any form of ID to vote. We'll have more on that tonight at 6 o'clock.